So the presidential election is finally over. Thanks be to God, everybody would say in Ireland. And first of all, we have a new president, Catherine Connolly, is now the 10th president on the Héireann, the 10th president of Ireland. And of course I wish her well. Even though I didn't vote for Catherine Connolly, and I wouldn't vote for Catherine Connolly the same way I had a Humphrey, so I spoiled my vote. And speaking of the spoil my vote, it's been quite a day for that. 200,000 citizens of this country went out to spoil their vote to show the disdain of this state towards its own people. On many different issues, on immigration and other stuff. We could sit here for the next hour talking about it. But it's a start, and people should be listened to, and particularly in terms of the candidates too. There's election of the candidates. Only 2 candidates pretty much, apart from Jim Gavin, that pulled out, who are there. So it was very little choice, and the whole system in terms of the presidential elections need to change. And there needs to be a referendum very soon to either abolish the presidency, which I'd be in favour of doing, to abolish the presidency, or to make a system, to change the whole system, to reform the system, that people have anybody can run, or any person can put their name forward, because that's the idea of democracy. As the woman behind me said, Sanna Maron, that anybody become anything. That's the whole idea of democracy, that anybody can become anything. Anybody can become a leader, a chieftain, as we would say in this country, in Ireland. That anybody can become anything. And, the woman behind me, just speaking on just her and knowing a lot about her, she came from nothing. Quite literally came from nothing. She worked in the bakery, she worked in the shop, and she got to become the Prime Minister of Finland. And that's the thing about democracy and freedom, and that anybody can become anything once they have the trust of society, once they have the trust of the people and represent the people. And that's the thing that I think we're lacking in this country in terms of the presidential election, that people have to say, because it is the people that are the main contributors of society. It's the people that hold the country together. It's not the government. The government don't own the state. The government don't own the election. They don't own anything. The people own everything, and the people own the state. And I think that needs to go out, and that's gone out very loud and clear tonight by the spoiled votes. And not to mention the amount of people who didn't go out to vote because they felt disenfranchised, and people felt disheartened by the whole lot of it. But I suggested there would be a referendum, because there would need to be a referendum to change the constitution to allow anybody to become president. What I mean by that is anybody can put their name on it. Say, for example, I wanted the one for the president, even though I don't want it. That I can put my name down and become, if I get enough votes from the people of Ireland, that I could become Uachtar na Héireann, or somebody else could become Uachtar na Héireann. Because the thing, and a lot of people said this too, that the thing is, there's too many barons, there's too many politicians, there's too many people who are very high up, who don't give a shit about the common man, the common woman. The woman has to get up in the morning, the man that has to go to work, has to mind the children, take what's happening. None of them give a shit, none of them understand. They're too high up with their big pensions and big money. What I'm trying to say is, the only man, I would rather vote for the only man or the only woman who got up in the morning, goes to work, pays their taxes, tries their best. I would rather vote for an only citizen of this country that works in 9 to 5 than any politician and stuff. Because they represent the true Ireland. They're the only Irish person that works hard, tries to raise a family, tries to build a life in a very desperate world, in a world that's out to get them, in a society that's out to get them, in a country that's out to get them. And I think the Irish people have done well in what they've done today in spoiling their vote. Now, just to say about Catherine Connolly, so as I said in the beginning, I do congratulate, and of course I'll support the people who voted for. It was a historic vote too, even though not many people turned out to vote. The people that did, the majority of them, spoiled their votes, 200,000 as I say. But nearly enough, Catherine Connolly got nearly 1 million votes, give or take 900,000. So, which obviously I congratulate her, and I wish her the best of luck as Uachtar na Héireann as President of Ireland, even though I didn't vote for and I wouldn't vote for. But I do wish her the best of luck. And the best of luck to serve the people of this country. Now, there needs to be a lot of questions asked about different aspects of the election, as I say, about how the election was coordinated, etc. Because there should have been more candidates, regardless of what anybody says. There should have been at least 10, at most. That's what should be an election. That you have a choice of 10 people, that you have a lot of choice, and I think that would be the ideal number, about 10 to 9 or so. The people have a very big choice. But just going back to Catherine Connolly has achieved something too today, and it's a record, and I think it has to be talked about too, that she's got the most votes since Eamon De Valera in 1959. Eamon De Valera got, I think it was 56.3% of the vote in 1959. And Catherine Connolly got 63.5% of the vote today, which is historic. No other president's ever got that before, so I think that needs to be acknowledged too. even though I'm not a supporter of Catherine Connolly, I do think it's fair to acknowledge it and to acknowledge somebody when they've achieved something. But I do hope the government listens to the people. Above all else, the thing that should be taken about from this election is that people are not happy. We see it up and down the whole length and breadth of this country. People, young people particularly, young Irish people have been forgotten about. They've been left to the side of the road. They can't get houses, they can't get jobs, they can't get anything, they can't start a family, they can't do anything. Society is truly out to get them, and something needs to change in this country for the best wishes of the next generation of this country. And even not even speaking about other young people, elderly people are left to rot in nursing homes, given no life. Take for example, I know a man who had a hip operation. He gets the care and once a day for a few minutes a day. That's it. He worked all his life. That's it. 5 minutes a day. That's it. And it's rotten. The system's rotten. And I think every Irish citizen gets that. I think every Irish citizen deep down gets that. And there needs to be more rejection of the system, because the system is the cause of this country. The system, whole rotten system, is rotten to the core. And the only way to beat the system is to play it as its own game. And that is to reject the system outright. And I do think as Irish society we need to reflect on this. And we need to think about it. But long story short, the morals of today is that at the end of the day, the people have to say. And I do want to congratulate again Catherine Connolly and those supporters. And of course, what to say to the people of Ireland who spoiled the vote. Well done, because I was one of them too. So well done to the people of Ireland that we finally used our voice and said to the government, no. And to the people who didn't vote too, we can understand why. But anyway, thank you everyone. Let me know what you think. What did you think? Are you looking forward to the presidency? Are you happy that it's over? I'm delighted. So thank you everyone. Enjoy the rest of the week. And God save all. Thank you.